Take a step out into the world and you won't make it very far without spotting some sort of reference to superheroes. Marvel, DC, and Image Comics are among the biggest purveyors of this trend, and while I used to enjoy comics, I must admit that I've been kinda burned out when it comes to superheroes for a while. That is, until I saw a demo for the game called Capes. It looked like a unique superhero version of XCOM, so, against the advice of Edna Mode, I decided to give Capes a chance. Developed by Spitfire Interactive and published by Daedalic Entertainment, Capes is a turn-based superhero strategy game where you build a team of heroes and fight to take back the city. Daedalic Entertainment seemed like a familiar name to me, so after looking them up I realized that their publishing catalog consists of some big-name titles like the Shadow Tactics games, Barotrauma, and channel favorite Inculinati. As for development, while it did develop some titles like State of Mind and Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth, they also developed a game that will likely go down as one of the worst games ever created. As the only title to be developed by Spitfire Interactive, Capes is not lacking development experience, as the founders of Defiant Development, the team behind the critically acclaimed Hand of Fate series, are a part of this ambitious team looking to bring you a story about change and representation in the face of stasis and complacency. The best way to summarize the game would be to say that it's X-Men meets XCOM. You use your turn by strategically moving characters around and spend action points to attack, disarm, or use your powers to defeat the enemy. Each character has their own unique set of skills for you to explore, but the game really shines when you get to utilize two powers together for a larger impact on the battleground. This mechanic is called team-ups, and it's one of the more interesting mechanics of the game, as I spent a lot of time just waiting to be able to see who synergizes well with each other in order to understand what teams would be good for specific approaches. However, there is a lot of balance there, so it doesn't really seem like there's a way to optimize which characters have to be paired with another one. I'm not quite sure about the art of Capes. The character models kinda remind me a bit of the movie Small Soldiers, which I remember giving me some serious nightmares as a kid. Part of me wishes the models were a bit more comic booky because it kinda sits in a spot that's neither realistic nor all that stylized. The version of the demo I played had no voice acting in it, and I'll be honest, it got a bit boring at times. However, I was made aware that they had updated the demo to show voice acting, and that does a lot of work to add personality to the characters.
Hey, did you follow me?
A little bit.
For doctoring?
Nah, for the view.
Doc says nobody goes out alone. Not after Rebound's little solo adventure.
I was doing just fine, thank you. No need to spoil the moment.
I did find the story a little bare-boned, but the game does seem like it'll take a little bit of time to build up. Each unique character seems like they will bring different perspectives to the team, and I hope that there will be some sort of decision mechanic or some sort of conflict in the squad as opposed to a linear story. I do have a sneaking suspicion that the veteran hero helping you out is either actually bad or has a kid that's involved with the bad guys, and if that's the case, it'll honestly be a little bit disappointing to me. I feel like this game is poised for a social commentary style of game, sort of akin to what the X-Men stand for. So I will set my judgment to the side for now, as the developers stated that they're looking to make an impactful story for the player to experience. And those types of stories take a little bit longer to build than what the demo will allow for. I'd like to take a second to shout out Spitfire Interactive's team on their Discord server. Cheeseness and Cade were two team members that helped answer some of my questions and helped me to gain some understanding on some aspects of the game that I originally questioned. I remember feeling like the game might be more enjoyable if the player had some sort of character builder, or at least some custom main protagonist. However, I was assured by team members that this was not something they wanted to bring into the game, as they believed in order to do so you must sacrifice storytelling and balance mechanics, and they did not want to compromise those. They also elaborated that they took heavy inspiration from XCOM, but as time has gone on, they've tweaked some of the mechanics that someone would believe to be core gameplay, like the ability to have cover. Kate told me that, quote, "We don't have a cover system. We felt like having our heroes cower in combat wasn't the most superhero-y." Overall, I think this game shows a lot of potential to become a unique offering in the tactical turn-based genre of games. In the meantime, the demo is still up, and the game is updated with challenges to keep you occupied while you wait. But that will be it for this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, be kind to one another. Thank you to my Patreon supporters Relativity and Naughty Dog is King. Once again, I'd like to thank Cheeseness and Cade with Spitfire Interactive, as well as everyone who has subscribed to my channel for supporting me. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or joining as a subscriber to see some of the games that the big media outlets won't cover.